Welcome to Girl Talk with Amy, Anna, and Lisa.
Come on, girls. Yeah, you know it's our world. So tell me, where the girls at?
Welcome to Girl Talk. We get together as friends to hear all about each other's lives. Like most girlfriends, we spend some time saying, hey, what's going on with work, what's going on with the family, etc., etc. Of course, we help each other through those very tough times. We all have them. And then when we have successes, we're cheering and we're jumping for joy and we relish in the moment. When we get together, we spend some time with no filters, no judgments, speaking freely. We call it joining the comfort zone. We're absolutely not worried about what each other thinks or what each other says or how we say it. We want to be free and comfortable to free our mind. One day we realized this is pretty cool. We get together in the comfort zone and we learn a lot and we help each other. What if we shared the same environment with all of you? What if we could create a situation where we could share ideas, educate, and inform and help other women actually enjoy the fruits of their labor and enjoy their lives and have a place that they can join and feel comfortable? You're welcome to join us in the comfort zone.
That's the fun part, finding all the fun stuff.
This is Girl Talk.
I have a question for you ladies today. I was listening to the news, and I'm very careful about listening to the news. I don't listen to the news often. I'm very careful about what I allow to come into my mind, and I resist a lot of the news. I allow others to give me some news, and I only accept tidbits. I chose to listen to the news. Every other statement was about the pandemic and COVID and about the new surge that's coming, or that's here, I should say, already started in Europe, and they're waiting for the second wave to really, really hit here because we've already seen an uptick in cases. How is that making you feel? How are you doing here at home? Staying at home, working from home, or maybe going to the office, but very little outside life. How's that making you feel nowadays?
That's a great question. I think it is all about how we are perceiving, how it's really out there. But if we focus on it's coming and it's going to get worse and all of that, then it's going to affect our mindset. So I also don't try to listen to the news as often or hardly ever because I don't want to put that in my mind and be thinking and worried about something that is not here. So I rather focus on what's here on the now and look at the future as a way of getting better and focusing on that. But if I'm thinking, oh my gosh, we're going to get sick, we're going to do that, whatever we think, we attract. So I rather just focus on the now and focus on being careful. We still have to be careful because we don't really know what's out there. We know people that have been sick with COVID. Right. Let's just be careful, but just focus on the now and not focusing so much on the negativity about it and focus on the good things that we do have.
And what do you do, Lisa?
I need to add to what Anna just said is that we're focusing too much right now in the media, the public realms where we're able to have free speech on what the problem is and not what the solution is. So if you're going through your day and you're thinking, oh my gosh, this pandemic, what's it doing to me? How is it affecting my life? Instead of, okay, so you wake up in the morning and I woke up, I'm alive. That's your first positive thought in the day is I'm awake. How am I going to make this day better? How am I going to work around this pandemic to continue my everyday life as normal as I possibly can? Yes, we've got kids homeschooling. Yes, we're working from home. My house is crazy because everybody works from home or, goes to school from home. But we have to make it work because if this is what I hate this term, new normal. Oh. I mean, yeah, it's not a new normal. It's going to be normal, period. We're going to perceive it and handle our everyday lives the way we have our mindset. If you have a mindset that it's going to be a horrible thing, then you're going to live your life thinking you're in this horrible position.
Absolutely.
Am I right? We've got to deal with this. It's not fun. It sucks, but this is what we're dealing with. Move on.
Right. No, we don't like it. We don't like sitting at home. And I'm one of the fortunate ones. I get to come to the office on a regular basis. My office is large enough and there's few enough people in it where social distancing is very easy to accomplish. So I get to come to the office. And I thank God that I don't have to worry about teaching my daughter. She's at the age where the teachers have to teach to her. I'm not involved in that. I just have to make sure she's up and has breakfast in time to be able to log into her Zoom calls. So I was sitting around talking to a few people, and I was explaining how, yes, the pandemic has affected our family because we're not able to go and do some of the things that we normally would do. However, for the most part, we've just adjusted. This is just how we do things. Now we just have our morning routine, our schedule is just different. Instead of walking out the door at a specific time to make sure we're in the car to get to school at a specific hour, we're now just making sure we eat breakfast at a specific time so she could make sure her teeth are brushed and she's in front of the computer in 15 minutes, right? So the commute is much shorter, which is very nice. She's able to sleep in. And then I was asked, well, so how do you take care of yourself? Aren't you afraid health-wise? And what are you doing? For me personally, and I'd like to hear what you guys are doing, because this is a big deal. Self-care during this time is huge. Managing our mindset is part of it. It's one piece. I choose not to listen to the news. I choose to hear news from other individuals that I trust, and I only accept what I want to accept. I choose to wake up every morning and write my gratitude book and do things that make me feel good in order to be able to get through my day. However, that doesn't change the fact that self-care has to be a priority right now because we have to remain healthy. We get to remain healthy. It's a requirement not only for business, and you all know, I'm coming from that industry, as well as just general health to take care of our family, not just our work. I realized, I sat back and I thought, oh, wow, I actually am doing a few things. I am a huge vitamin advocate. If you know me, you know that I take vitamins 3 times a day. Some may say that's excessive. For me, that allows me to have the energy and the stamina to get through a very long work day. I have acupressure, which you can see. I use patches. I have implemented acupuncture, and I have a couple mobile massage therapists in the right setting with the correct number of individuals in the office. They're willing to come just to the office and do a small massage right there on my chair for half an hour. And boy, that sure does help a whole heck of a lot. What else? What else are we doing? Because I think this is something that people need to hear.
Well, the majority of the people are working from home. And it's very, very easy to walk into the area that you've designated as your office at home and start working at 8 o'clock, whatever time you start your work. It's very easy to sit there and work through 6, 7, 8 hours. It's really important that we take a break, a 5-10 minute break, at least every hour or 2 hours. You need to stand up and you need to have some type of movement. And if you're able to step outside, get some fresh air and look at the sun. Vitamin D, I think it helps so much with all of us. I highly, highly recommend you take a break. You have to. Your brain, your mental state needs it. It's very easy to get caught up and go in this rabbit hole of just working and working and working, which at the end of the day, we know that's just, it's not allowing our mind to stop and just take a little bit of breather. The other thing I recommend, and something that I've actually incorporated again, is walking 3 to 4 times a week. I really enjoy evening walks because it allows me to decompress and just kind of go through the day and think about the things that went okay and what can I do better for tomorrow. So it's my time when I'm walking around my neighborhood, just for, allows me to think. And I too added acupuncture and cupping. So it's phenomenal.
It's amazing and so helpful and quite cost effective at the same time.
Mhm.
Okay, Lisa girl, what are you doing?
What am I doing? What am I
Other
doing?
than wine.
I know alcohol sales have gone up like 300%, I'm sure. Because I think it's really important that we probably need to continue our day as we were before. Yes, we're working from home, but when you were going to the office or when you're working outside, you were working 8 to 5, 9 to 5, whatever your hours were, 12 to 9, 12 to 8. But you clock out and you stop working, right? I think at home, even though it's harder because you're at home, you can always walk over to your computer and check on that file or check those emails to see if there's anything else coming in at 9, 10 o'clock at night, when you just should be, like Anna said, decompressing. Exercise is definitely important. I think getting outside and sucking up that air and sucking up that sun, that's going to help you. Just keep yourself moving. Read some books. Read a book. Reading
Nice.
books is really important. It takes your mind away from what's going on. I've had so many phone calls in the past 6 months where people are feeling down and depressed because of the situation that's going on and how much our lives have changed, especially when we're doing person-to-person contact. I tell people, stop watching the news. Stop scrolling on social media. Now, for me to say something like that, being in the social media
Right.
business, it's sometimes important. I have bad days and I have good days too, just like everyone else out there. So on my bad days, I'm on social media to do my work, to run my business, and that's it. There's no scrolling for me because I know I'm just going to see things that are going to make me feel sad, make me angry, whatever it is out there. Because right now, people are just vomiting negativity.
Right.
In my opinion, because a lot of people are feeling negative right now.
There was a gal that I worked with at another company, and I'll never forget, we were in a manager's meeting. It was one of our workshops or getaways or something to that effect. And she said that she types the email and she pounds the keys, and she's showing us and she's shaking at the same time.
So angry.
Right. She types the whole email and she does not hit send. She lets it sit on her desktop. She gets up and she'll walk away or she'll start doing something else. And then she goes back to the email and she deletes it.
Yes, I've been doing that for years.
And I got to believe that that's the same concept with social media, right? Go ahead, start that post. Just don't click post.
No. Do you really want to send something so negative? Do you really want to get your followers and your friends on your social media platforms thinking that you're this ugly, angry, negative person?
And what kind of client?
Person in business?
Right.
Absolutely.
That's our persona, right?
Internet. That's our life,
I mean, so as your expression, I would think, of course, and everybody knows that we work together. I'm going to look at your work to ensure that you're someone that I want to work with, right? I would think that somebody coming to me wanting to know who the heck is their loan officer, who am I sending my social security number to via, an online format, personal data. Who is this person? Well, the last thing I need to do is be spewing all this negativity, right? I mean, just refrain from that and let that go. Yeah, it's something that's really, really been resonating with me lately, especially because I was so active in social media prior to the pandemic hitting, and with the influx of the way business is going nowadays, I've really made some shifts. Of course, from being busy, however, also in response to I've had this, you counseled me on this, Lisa. These people are negative. There are so many negative people out there. Let it go.
I'm so glad you brought that up, Amy, because I personally realized that myself this morning as I was on my way to my morning walk. Like, whoa, I haven't really been on social media, but I realized is I don't want to hear all this ugliness that's out there and that our people are just pouring. And I get it; they're trying to just let it out, but it's social media is not the place of doing it. And I'm not saying always be rosy and everything's wonderful, because we are a human being. Then we come across like we're fake and we're not real people. It's okay to put something personal out there. But, let's just stay away from the negativity. I really think it hurts people. So I realized that I don't even go on social media as much as I used to.
It's so odd because social media is so centered to our life in so many ways. And yet, I mean, in business, you want to be active and involved. But however, I've found that I'm pulling back from it because of the messages and the messaging that's out there. So that's just amazing.
Positive thoughts, positive actions keeps you in a positive mind. If you're thinking negatively, you're going to be negative. Bottom line, it's all about your mindset. And we
absolutely
learn this and we read this everywhere we go. Your mindset. How
Tell me about teenagers.
be. What's that?
Tell me about teenagers.
I have a very social 14-year-old girl who is just dying right now because she can't go to the mall as she normally would with her friends because we have to be careful. We have to social distance. She has chosen a small group of friends, 3 friends, that can consistently come over. She hates that she can't go to school. It's her first year in high school. She should be, she should have went to her homecoming.
Yes.
She's missing out on all the things that I wanted her to participate in. She's athletic. She's not able to run track this year. She's not able to do the things that she is used to doing. And it's tough on teenagers, I think. It's tough on kids. The younger ones probably don't understand so much. And this is just being on the computer to go to school in kindergarten for 2 hours is just horrible for them because their attention span is so small. But I think that the older kids, teenagers, they're having a tougher time because they're taught to be social and be in a social environment. And that's how they communicate with others, right? That's how they get to know their peers. That's how, and they're not able to do that right now. It's just so impersonal being on screen.
And so Anna, then now coming from a different perspective, your whole world, your whole business is from networking. I mean, you're a master networker. Those of us who know you know that that's your gig.
It is. I was used to always being out there in front of people, talking to people. I miss it. I really do miss the personal contact and being able to hug my friends, talk to my friends, or shake someone's hand and learn about them. And doing it through Zoom, it's different. It's very, very different. So there was a period of adjustment for me. However, I am embracing the Zoom networking here. It's more precise, more concise, but I do miss the people. I miss being around them.
Okay, so what do you guys think moving forward sorry, Lisa, the new normal? What do you think about that? I mean, I'm kind of okay. I'd be okay with a hybrid, but I'm okay with if this is what we have to do. We can be productive in my environment because we can attend more meetings because we can Zoom and Zoom and Zoom.
Definitely an adjustment for everyone. Yes, we can get a lot of work done through Zoom. I personally don't have the attention span to be in too many Zoom meetings because I am person-to-person contact type of person. I'm good in a group. I'm good in a crowd. When you have me sitting at my desk in front of my laptop, there's so many things around me that catch my attention. or makes my mind wander about something else instead of what's in front of me. When I've got people in front of me, I'm in my zone. I can be me and be who I want to be. When I'm in a Zoom meeting, you have to wait your turn to talk, and you're it's just not as personal. So I really miss that person to person contact. I'm okay with working from home because I've been doing it for years. With my other business, I do have person to person contact, but it's very different. I'm wearing a mask, they're wearing a mask, we're 6 feet apart, we're social distancing to be safe. Sometimes we're outside conducting business. Sometimes we're in someone's garage conducting business. Sometimes we're in the back of my car conducting business. So it just, things are changing, and we've got to just adjust to those changes, whether we like it or not, put our creative caps on and figure out how we're going to make it work, which is what we've all been doing, right?
Yeah. Are you driving around with a big can of Clorox wipes?
Definitely. I've got disinfectant spray in my car, so I disinfect before and after. I've got tons of hand sanitizer. Before the pandemic even started, I had ordered some little bottles of hand sanitizer. So they came in handy, and I give those out to my clients. The sanitizing wipe, gloves. Sometimes it's necessary for gloves. Now, my other business is a mobile notary, for those of you that don't know that. And so we've got to take thumbprints from our clients. And that had to change. I'm using alcohol pads to wipe off their thumb beforehand. And then I take their thumbprint, and then I'm using an alcohol pad to wipe off their thumb afterwards. I've got to wipe down all of my pens, after they've used them. So it's definitely a change in the way that we're doing business. But it's okay if you just look at this as an adjustment and not look at it as a pain in the ass. Right?
Absolutely. If you look, you can see just the top half of each one of us. We actually got up, combed our hair, or did our best to comb our hair. We actually got up, put some makeup on. We actually got up and put a blouse on. That's a big deal. I remember going to a couple of my networking meetings when the pandemic first hit and talking to some of the ladies that really were not able to go to an office, were in lockdown, and that's truly how they felt. They were in jail in their own home. And they all said, I'm wearing yoga pants every day and I'm getting comfortable. I think that there's something to be said for women. Get up, get cleaned up, get dressed, put your earrings on, right? Put your jewelry on, right? Like, make yourself feel like you're halfway there, even if you're not 100%.
I agree.
We talked about if the folks out there saw from waist down what it would be like. Girl talk, you're in the comfort zone. Really, I mean,
Back aim, let's see it.
I wear shorts every day to work. It's a win. It's a win. So, that's something that I didn't do prior to the pandemic. And I am finding that although I'm very comfortable from the waist down, I'm still getting up. I'm still having to keep on schedule and make myself presentable, because you don't want to like, the zombie girl, that just rolled out of bed, right? Anna, you do a lot of one-on-one meetings with your clients. That's what you do, right?
Yes.
How are you handling it?
Actually, that's my favorite part, because I actually get to feel like I'm actually having a conversation and connecting with them, and I get to see them one-on-one. And you're absolutely right. When the pandemic started, people were starting at home, and I will have to say there was a few days myself, and again, this is a comfort zone, where I didn't get up and get dressed. I kind of shifted things around, and I realized, whoa, hold on. I'm moving into something that I'm not used to. And so I came back, I shifted myself, and I'm not getting up I'm still getting up early. However, I changed my routine, and my routine includes my gratitude journaling, includes my I ams, and includes the other, my walking that I get to do now, because I don't have to get up and drive an hour away to go to a meeting
Right.
like I was used to. But yet I feel more myself when I get up and comb my hair, and when I put a little bit of makeup. I don't have to put as much as before. But I actually enjoy it. I enjoy being me again. It's just that little step, that kind of that that makes you feel like, hey, I'm in control of me. And yeah, you're right. It's a business on top, party at the bottom. We're all comfortable here.
Absolutely.
I learned very early on during this pandemic that if I didn't get up and get dressed, do my hair, do my makeup, put something presentable, I felt guilty. I felt like, oh my gosh, someone's going to see me in my pajamas. I can't sit here in my sweats all day or my yoga pants all day, because what if someone sees me? Even though no one was going to see me because we had stay-at-home orders. Actually made me feel guilty, which I think was helpful in telling me, okay, it's different, but you still need to get up and go, or at least pretend you're going to get up and go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Time you, Amy.
I have to say that I think that this is really, really helpful. And there are women out there that they are struggling. There are women that don't have the opportunities that we have to actually still have a little bit of social interaction. And they are truly, truly struggling. So I hope that they're able to take away from this conversation some of the things that we do. I'd like to wrap up with going back to something that Anna said. Lisa and I are businesswomen, and we have a choice, focus on our business or not. And we chose to focus on our business, and we chose to continue that business. We had to make some shifts in the way we do business that didn't change the fact that we're still working. And for our friends out there listening, the world keeps turning. We keep going round. Life continues. Yes, there are tough days. That's why I have the comfort zone. That's why I call my girls, because there are days where, I want to cry. However, it's get up and continue working. Anna, tell us about the I ams.
The two most powerful words that we get to say to ourselves. Whenever we call that I am, you're really speaking to your inner self. Whatever you choose to say after I am is even more powerful. So when you say I am dumb, then you're telling yourself that you can't think. So I invite you to remove any of those words that don't serve you, and really allow yourself, what are you? Well, I am worthy of me. I am light. I am smart. I am strong. I am charming. I'm sexy. I'm smart. Allow those words that just come through, and believe those words, because whatever you say after I am is going to manifest. I actually start my morning with my gratitude journal. What I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for waking up, opening up my eyes. I'm grateful that I'm able to move, that I'm able to talk, that I'm able to have a cup of coffee. So I go through that, and then I write down my I ams. And if there is a moment during the day where I'm feeling I'm not feeling like myself, we all have those moments, I'll take out my journal and I'll read my page of the I ams, and it reminds me of who I am supposed to be. So I do it throughout the day.
Well said. Boy, thank you so very much. I think that this is a great time for us to end the segment. Let's challenge each other.
Awesome.
I ams every day.
Oh, I like that.
What do you think, Lisa?
Yep, I like it. Sounds like a plan.
All right, go ahead.
Any that are watching out there, if you do something that you didn't hear us talk about, drop a comment and tell us what you do to get you through the day of this new normal, the words I hate. Or, if you're just having a hard time, put it out there. Let us know. Maybe we can say something positive to you, or give you some positive ideas to help you get through your day.
And maybe, just maybe, we'll invite you on the show. Maybe the message that you have to give and share could help a lot of our friends out there and multiple women that are tuning into the show.
You're not alone. There's
Not alone.
it's feeling like you, like me, like Amy, like Anna.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much for tuning in to Girl Talk and spending a few minutes in the comfort zone with the girls. This has been fantastic. And once again, girls, I thank you so very much because you uplifted my Friday morning. Thank you. Thank you. I truly, truly appreciate spending time with you girls. I love you so much.
I love you.
Love you too.
And until next week, please, like Lisa said, put your comments down below. We're happy to hear from you.
Tell your friends. Subscribe. Share.
Yes. Like, subscribe, share. Thank you so very much for the support. We will see you next week.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Girl, business on.
Party on the bottom.
That's exactly how I am right now.
Is my lighting okay? Or
And my lighting is fine?
I have no horn. I'm innocent. Well, there you have it. You were here in the comfort zone.
Okay.
Yay!
Yeah.
Love it. It's recording now.